Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. Here's our recap and review of the 5th episode of Disney Plus's The Mandalorian. The 4th episode opens up with a group of farmers that get raided by mercenaries. It then picks up with Mando on his ship with Baby Yoda, and they decide to head to the planet called Sorgan to lay low. Once there, they head to find food and lodging, where they run into Gina Carano's character, Cara Dune, a former trooper of the Galactic Rebellion. Mando is at his ship when some of the farmers offer him money in exchange for protection. He eventually agrees and solicits the help of Cara Dune. They discover that the pillagers have an AT-ST walker and try to convince the farmers to leave. However, they refuse, and instead Mando and Cara teach them how to fight. They come up with a plan, and Mando and Cara take out most of the mercenaries at their base. They are all eventually able to take down the walker and scare off the rest of the mercenaries. Mando then makes a decision to leave Baby Yoda, as he feels he would be safe here. However, a bounty hunter shows up and is about to shoot up Baby Yoda, but Cara saves him. Realizing he won't be safe here, Mando and Baby Yoda leave the farmers. The episode ends here. The 5th episode opens up with Mando's ship under attack by another bounty hunter. He is able to ward off the attacker, although with his ship damaged, he must land on the nearest planet, which is none other than Tatooine. He lands in Mos Eisley spaceport, where he meets docking bay attendant Peli, and he is unable to pay for all the repairs. Leaving Baby Yoda sleeping on the ship, he heads out to find work at the infamous local cantina. He asks the droid server if there are any jobs available, and bounty hunter initiate Toro Calican is sitting there and offers him to team up on a bounty for assassin Fennec Shand. Mando reluctantly agrees, and they head out on speeder bikes to find her. On their journey, they meet some Tusken Raiders, who Mando bribes. They locate the bounty, although she is armed with a sniper. They wait until dark to make their move, and one of the speeder bikes is destroyed. Capturing Fennec Shand, Mando must head back to acquire another mode of transport. While Mando is away, Fennec reveals that Mando is the guild traitor and that there is a higher reward for him. Toro then shoots Fennec and speeds off. Mando returns to find Fennec dead and returns to his ship, where he finds Peli and Baby Yoda being held captive by Toro. Mando is able to kill Toro, and he and Baby Yoda leave Tatooine. The episode closes with an unknown person inspecting Fennec Shand's body. So what we like and didn't like about this episode. I thought the space battle at the beginning was pretty cool, but I also thought that Mando would be a little better of a space fighter.
Well, I mean, he did get him in the end.
Yeah, he pulled some pretty sick moves to get him, but that was not before his ship got super damaged.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited just to see that there was a space battle. I also like how they added the comic relief where he's like, that's my line.
Right.
And then just destroys them. And I do like that they actually destroy him and they show the guy like getting blown up.
Just the classic scream and then explodes.
Yeah.
I also like when Baby Yoda does that funny like twirl. He's like, woo, you know.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool that they had a space battle in the opening scene. And then, of course, they have to go to Tatooine.
Yeah, of all planets, that's where they end up. And not only do they go to Tatooine, but they go to Mos Eisley.
Yeah, a lot of nostalgia with that. Yeah, that's where they meet Peli, the attendant there. And
she seems pretty rough on the outside at first, but yeah, I kind of thought at first she was going to be bad for some reason. And then she's like so maternal. But then when we meet what's his face later, Toro, I had like the opposite feeling. Like he just seemed like a stupid kid.
Yeah, I guess like he just wants to like become a bounty hunter, and she like maybe was gonna do something more crafty. Yeah. So I see kind of what they did there with that. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't necessarily think that off the bat with Peli, but yeah. Then she was like, oh, like she just wants. I think she just wanted more money. She's like, oh yeah, I'll babysit you, and then I'll get more money from it.
Yeah, super maternal, takes care of Baby Yoda. It was super cute.
And yeah, I want to talk about the droid thing that's going on with Mando. So even in this episode, we see he's like, no droids working on my ship. And in the first episode, right as soon as he's gonna take that the speeder to his ship, he says no droid, and he gets the hunk of junk one with the human pilot. So I'm kind of wondering if it's something to do with the flashback scenes we've been getting, where the droid's coming in to take care of him, and then something happens, he gets saved or whatever in his flashbacks.
Yeah, he's probably got some sort of like traumatic.
Yeah, like there's something
trauma or whatever.
Something to do with the droid. So I want to know more on that.
So I also loved that, of course, because they're on Mos Eisley, they have to go to the infamous Cantina, which looked a lot less busy nowadays than it was
during the Imperial times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have droid servers now. There's no Cantina band. It was dead in there.
Completely.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to go there. Like based on how it was.
I know. I always thought when I watched the older movies when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like how cool the Cantina.
Yeah, it's just lively.
Looked.
There's the band.
It always just looks so fun, but this one just looks so like drab and like boring and.
Yeah. I mean, it was very nostalgic, so it's cool that they incorporated it. But yeah, I miss that it was a little more lively back in the day. We get to see Toro sitting in the same seat where Han shot first.
Yeah, I don't know what I thought about him. He seemed kind of just like trying to get ahead, like a kid trying to get ahead. So I didn't really think he was gonna be like turn out the way that he turned out.
Yeah.
But I also thought like this was just like too easy, you know? It was too easy for Mando to find that job and too convenient that he was gonna give him all the money. Like something had to have happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really think about anything like that at first. I was just like, oh, he's just like yeah. He kind of reminded me of like Poe almost.
Like a young Poe.
Yeah, like Poe Dameron. If it was revealed that his name was actually Poe Dameron after or something, like, oh, young Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
Or something, you know. But.
Yeah. His naivety was like pretty humorous though.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me also of kind of like the Solo movie. I guess like not Harrison Ford's Han Solo, but I can't remember the other actor's name for the life of me right now. But yeah, there's just some like like you said, naivety to him. He just wants to make a name. He wants to get into the guild. So you're like, okay, like yeah, I can see why he's gonna give out the bounty for free. I guess he doesn't really care. He just wants to get in the guild.
It's funny that you mentioned the Solo movie because doesn't he say something about like maybe he's from Corellia? And that's how he can get the 2 speeder bikes or whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, so I think he does say something like that. I don't know if he says he's from Corellia or like the speeder bikes are from Corellia or what.
Yeah, something to do with Corellia, but...
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, so they go on the speeder bikes anyways, and then they come across the Tusken Raiders out on the Dune Sea, which was really cool. I like how Toro's kind of a bit cocky, and he's like, yeah, like they better stay away, and he's like, well, just tell them.
They're just right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
It also kind of reminds me of In A New Hope when Luke's looking through the scope, and then next thing you know, the Tusken Raider jumps up right in front of you.
Totally.
So they can be sneaky.
And they're still up to their no good ways. So Mando bribes them using Toro's new binoculars.
Yeah, and it was his sign language. That was cool. Yeah. So then, anyways, they get access to Tusken land. Keep going. They come across the dewback where the other bounty hunter got demolished. Mando gets shot a few times, so we know his best car is holding up pretty good.
Yeah, that looks pretty brutal.
Yeah,
but I like how they like don't make the character invincible either. Like you see him like get taken down a few times.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even afterwards when he gets shot again, like he gets shot a couple times in his armor, so the armor's pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, then they blow up the 1 speeder bike, and then obviously they get the bounty.
So yeah, I guess then they meet Fennec Shand, who is quite the shot with her sniper rifle.
I liked how they used those flashbangs to blind her. I thought that was a pretty interesting tactic. So it's not Mando's first rodeo.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, and for an assassin, like she doesn't really take care of Toro that fast. Like I thought, like she would just like take his gun from him and shoot him right away.
Yeah, you would think, but I don't know. She wasn't that quick, but he also did catch her off guard.
Yeah.
But she was supposed to be like pretty famous, like she was like working with the Hutts or something, he said. So you would think that she would be a bit more quick.
Yeah, just like quick snap of the neck or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, then they do their little thing where Mando wants him to go get the dewback. Toro says no, so then Mando does it. Fennec reveals that Mando's the most wanted member of the guild traitor.
And that he also still has the bounty. So the child, which Toro saw when they were with Peli at the beginning there. So he knows. And then he just like, I don't know. I just didn't love that he just so quickly like betrayed Mando. Like they make it seem like he isn't gonna do it, but then of course he does it.
Yeah, I think they want you to like I think they leading up to it, they want you to think that he's gonna go with Fennec Shan, and then he has to get it. Like something's gonna happen. Like either they're gonna both escape with Baby Yoda, or like Mando's gonna have to go against both of them. So I don't know. It kind of took me by surprise. I thought he was just gonna basically walk up and just be like, yeah, no, and just like make her sit down again or something, like just not do anything and stay loyal to Mando. But then again, it's like then he shoots her and goes and does that, and I guess that's understandable because he wants to become a legend. But at the same time, like, if he does want to become a legend, he should have just thrown her on the back of the speeder bike, taken her to the ship, and then done that whole thing. Then he would have two bounties. Like then that would be like even more legendary.
Yeah, I just don't think he had the skills to do that though. But I was like surprised because I thought like he was just gonna like side with her immediately, like take off her handcuffs, and together they were gonna work to get Mando, and then he just shoots her and then betrays Mando after. And I was like, man.
Honestly, though, if he would have taken off the handcuffs, he would have died.
Oh, for sure.
So it would have been no teaming up. It would be like, all right, let's go get Mando, and then she would have just killed him.
Probably.
Which it would have been like, okay, well, you got to see that coming. But yeah, I think it's also kind of ironic that when Mando finally gets back, and Toro's trying to be this big hot shot, he totally forgets about those flashbangs, and that becomes his undoing. Like Mando like shows him how to use them, and then he just completely forgets about them. So,
but yeah, but then the episode closes with an interesting scene that kind of left us on a cliffhanger with an unknown person going up to the body of Fennec Shan. Like, who was it? Was it
boots and a cape? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm wondering. It could be multiple things. Like it could be.
Is it grief?
Could be grief.
That was my first thought.
Yeah, that's what kind of was my first thought too. But then you never know. Like a lot of other people wear those capes too. Like it could be like a different Mandalorian. It could be, I don't know. It could be a different It could be a completely different bounty hunter that we're not introduced to yet either. Yeah, I don't know. Just watch it be like Boba Fett or something.
Yeah. Throw some random curveball at us.
Breaking news: he climbed out of the Sarlacc and he's wandering around Tatooine looking at bounties. So watch out. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out more about that. More about the droid thing with Mando. There's got to be more to it, so we're gonna find out more, I think, in the next coming episodes, hopefully.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wonder where they're off to next.
Yeah, it was interesting because I thought originally they were on Tatooine, like in the first beginning episodes, Yeah. And then he goes to Tatooine in this episode, and I was like, oh, is he going back? And then turns out he wasn't even on Tatooine in the first place.
Yeah.
In the first episodes, I mean.
Yeah, so. But we finally get a name for the planet where the client was on and where the Mandos were.
Navarro.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, at least we have a name for that planet now.
It gives us a bit more information.
Yeah. I'm assuming maybe we'll eventually also get to see him go back to that original planet. You know,
maybe
that'd be with I have spoken.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we'll get to find out what planet that is too.
So in terms of this episode, I think I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10 again this week. I didn't like love the episode. Like, it wasn't like, it was good, but it just like, to me, it just didn't really like do much. Like, it just didn't advance the plot again. Like, it just kind of like, it gives you a few hints here or there about like things that are happening outside of like Mando and Baby Yoda, but it didn't really like do a lot for the plot line. Mm-hmm. But that being said, I thought it was pretty cool that they went to Tatooine, and then they went to Mos Eisley, and they went to the Cantina, and it was just like an ode to the older Star Wars content. So with that, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
For myself, I'm actually going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, a huge increase from yours. Yeah, I would say I like this episode a little bit more than the last one, and just kind of like what you're saying, probably the nostalgia part. Visiting Tatooine, Mos Eisley, you know, seeing the infamous Cantina, although not lively, you know, they recreated all those sets very well. And so that's kind of why I gave it a little more in terms of my rating. Yeah, like you said, it didn't really advance the plot a whole lot. We got a few little things like more insight on how he doesn't like droids. And but yeah, in terms of the plot, it doesn't really get advanced a whole lot. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. What did you think of episode 5 of The Mandalorian? What rating would you give it? Let us know down below in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. I hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.